If you like this video, please consider supporting me on Patreon. For just $1 a month, your name can appear at the beginning of this and many other upcoming videos. Wait, did they just confirm lesbians in the show? It's a Valentine's-themed episode, several months late, as we take a shot at the Breakup Breakdown. It's a nice episode with some good character interactions and a really good Discord cameo. But there's something about the premise that feels noticeably lacking. The story is split between 3 different scenarios, and to the episode's credit, they actually do a good job synchronizing with each other. The first is about Big Mac going through a depressed phase when he thinks Sugar Belle is breaking up with him. The second is about Spike trying to teach Discord the importance of romance. And the third is about the CMC looking for Sweetie Belle's secret admirer when they accidentally get a package meant for Sugar Belle. The way the 3 stories tie into each other doesn't feel out of place, and the way that it comes together in the end is a passable intersection. Because each of them are given the appropriate amount of screen time to convey their points, they don't get in the way of each other and properly work side by side. And what really makes it so much fun to watch is the character interactions and the dialogue. Throughout the episode, we get some really good chemistry between Spike, Big Mac, and Discord, and they all have fitting and organic means of playing off each other. It's a fun idea carried over from Season 6, and the staff continue to play off the idea very well with this episode. It's placed in a story where it feels welcome and benefits the narrative. I think what truly makes it fun to watch is the fact that it's just Discord being himself. His naive disinterest in romance gives him some good chances to express his mischievous method of interacting with them. Big Mac's heartbreak and discouragement fuels his cynicism in a way that fits his character, and he molds it into his own personal method of cheering him up, trying to get his mind off of Sugar Belle and pushing him to move on from his depression. And his rivalry with Spike is so entertaining. The level of snark in their conversations and the different ways they try to one-up each other is so trollish and playful. They tease each other often, but they know that it's in good fun, and the banter goes into a direction that you don't normally expect. And a great thing about it is that Discord shows that he cares. He does come across as impatient and having selfish priorities, but he still puts forth an effort into providing a solution to the problem. And in the end, he learns to appreciate the concept of romance, knowing how much it can mean to someone. This is actually some really good character development from Discord, and it feels unique because it comes from the last kind of storyline that you would associate him with. Spike and Big Mac have some good characterization as well. There's Spike, who comes across as a hopeless romantic while trying to get Discord to appreciate Hearts and Hopes Day. And his brotherly bond with Big Mac has a mature sentiment to it while still coming across from the perspective of a little kid. He has a lot of moments of confidence and self-doubt as Big Mac's dilemma continues to challenge his feelings towards the holiday. And by the end, he's reassured that all of the hard work they went through was worth it because everything worked out by the end. And of course, you have Big Mac. And while he does spend most of the episode crying and being dramatic, he still goes through a pretty understandable situation. We see his point of view of Sugar Belle preparing her speech, and he doesn't know how to handle the breakup. And when he goes to confront her, even knowing exactly what he wants to say, he's still struggling to speak his mind. Big Mac is a character who knows how he feels and what he's thinking, but always struggles to express himself verbally. He doesn't know how to properly speak what's on his mind, and the situation severely presses him into saying something, which only adds more pressure onto him. And when he can't keep it to himself anymore, he lashes out in a way that's honest, but not exactly what he means. But after getting the chance to let out how he's been feeling and releasing his frustration, he's able to recollect himself clearly and properly explain himself. And after realizing what he has to say and how he has to say it, he goes back to Sugar Belle and confesses his true feelings. He takes the moment to calmly and clearly speak out to her, laying down how he values his relationship with her but still respects her decision. It comes across as a moral about finding the best way to express what's on your mind. Don't keep it inside, and try to communicate with others in a clear manner. It's nice to see Big Mac managing this flaw in his character while also using it as an outline to reflect on his relationship with Sugar Belle. And the two are able to get back together by being open and honest with each other. It makes for a really sweet ending to Mac's part of the story. He's actually a lot more expressive here than he is in most other episodes, and this particular story benefits greatly from it. There's also a nice number of background elements to the episode too. The humor in this episode works really well, and that's because of how in character the jokes feel. None of them feel out of place, and their presentation has a really good back and forth delivery to it. The best one is definitely Sweetie Belle hoping that neither Snips or Snails were the one who sent her that romantic gift. The second would have to be Spike coming up with an exaggerated explanation for Sugar Belle's speech, and it turns out to be true. It's just a really well-timed callback. Derpy is in the episode, and it's a really nice appearance, where her silliness is functional to the story and completely in character. Being a Valentine's episode, there's also some cute moments, and they all fit into the story properly. And there's several nice pieces of continuity that are integrated into the scenario, instead of just coming across as a random reference. However, it's not exactly a great episode, as there are some notable problems. Firstly, the CMC storyline feels really tagged on and mostly pointless. The core of the story is about Big Mac struggling with his supposed breakup and Spike trying to teach Discord the importance of Hearts and Hopes Day. The CMC don't have any real effect on either of them, and it feels like something that was just added to fill the episode's runtime. And of course, there's the absolutely annoying fact that the conflict stems from the easily avoidable misunderstanding. Very few stories have ever done this properly, and this is not one of those times. What makes it even more annoying is that it feels so unnatural. The way Sugar Belle words her speech makes it sound like she's going to break up with Big Mac, but she's really just leaving her cousin to run her shop while she's working with Mrs. Cake. It's a very simple topic, so why did she need to describe it like that? And it gets even more ridiculous in the scene where Big Mac goes to confront her. He still thinks she's going to break up with him, but then she proceeds to start crying and expresses a worried tone. He seriously doesn't take that as a sign that he probably misunderstood her intentions? It just makes the scene feel really forced and foamed in. There's also a few pieces of dialogue that don't make sense, like Spike giving Big Mac terrible advice about hiding from his problems like it's going to make anything better, or Discord suggesting that she can't break his heart if he breaks hers first, which wouldn't even work if she was planning on breaking up with him anyway. Also, why do the CMC think that the pie was meant for Sweetie Belle if it was just delivered to Applejack's property? Because of that conveniently placed bell on the note? And for that matter, why would Big Mac use ink that could easily be smudged? Couldn't he have used something more dry like a pencil? And finally, did you seriously need to make another joke about Spike's crush on Rarity? It's been 7 years and he's gotten absolutely nowhere with her. Just move on already. But with all that out of the way, this is still a pretty nice episode. The humor is effective, the characters are fun, the character development is satisfying, and it has a well-paced story. Instead of just being seen as a Discord episode, all of the characters get the right amount of screen time to complement the episode better. We get all sorts of time with Big Mac, Spike, and Sugar Belle, giving it a proper sense of balance. It's a good way to explore the relationship between all of these characters, and the episode handles it very well. It's definitely one that I look forward to seeing again sometime soon. So until next time, take care of yourselves and stay awesome. This is Map signing out.